Imagine watching an entire continent bleed in broad daylight while the global elite tell you it is for your own protection. For centuries, the staggering wealth of Africa has been a silent engine behind sprawling empires across the ocean, leaving our communities with nothing but broken promises and hollowed-out land. But on April 25th, the script was flipped. Mali was its most brutal, coordinated assault in 15 years. But the real shockwave wasn't the gunfire, it was the response. When Malian leader Assimi Goïta stepped to the microphone, he didn't just condemn the violence, he named the names. He exposed the puppet masters, the internal traitors, and the foreign sponsors providing the satellite intelligence and cold cash for this destabilization. The mainstream media is desperate to paint these as a random skirmish. But the truth is much scarier. The map of the Sahel is being redrawn, and it is threatening the very foundation of Western financial dominance. Before we uncover the hidden hands behind this proxy war, do me a quick favor. If you believe in a sovereign Africa that answers to no one, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell. Over 90% of you are watching from the sidelines. Join the Global Observer family today so we can keep bringing to you the truth they want to bury. Now let's get into the heart of this storm. For 72 suffocating hours after the April 25th attack, the Malian state went completely silent. No press release, no bunker videos, no podium speeches. In that void, the Western media machine did what it does best. It began writing an obituary for a nation. If you were watching the news in Paris or Washington, you would have thought Bamako had fallen. They peddled rumors that Goïta was wounded or had fled in the dead of night. It was a textbook, psychological operation designed to make the Malian people panic and the soldiers on the front lines surrender. But silence in the face of a hunter isn't fear, it is focus. While the talking heads were predicting a collapse, Goïta was organizing a counter-strike that would leave the international community reeling. The silence ended with 3 masterfully timed moves and shattered the Western illusion. First, Goïta appeared at the Kuluba Palace, not with a Western envoy, but face-to-face with the Russian ambassador. The message was a deafening roar. The partnership with Moscow and the African core security architecture. For elders who remember decades of foreign troops parading through their streets while their villages burned, seeing their own president carry their grief personally was a profound shift in power. But the most explosive moment came at 8 p.m. when Goïta addressed the nation and pulled back the curtains on the puppet masters. He didn't just blame terrorists, he identified a sophisticated, coordinated campaign fueled by external sponsors. We are talking about an insurgent force of 12,000 men, larger than the standing armies of some countries, equipped with stolen uniforms and advanced logistics. You do not coordinate a 12,000-man assault across hundreds of miles of desert using walkie-talkies. The West claim their satellite can read a license plate from space, yet somehow an entire army moved through the Sahara undetected. It is a narrative that falls apart the moment you look at it. The reality is that Western intelligence likely didn't just watch it happen. They may have guided it. The most tragic piece of this puzzle is the targeted assassination of General Sadio Camara. The media wants to call him a statistic. But he was the architect of Mali's sovereign pivot, the man who had the courage to fly to Moscow and bring back the heavy equipment needed to actually fight back. In a world where Western defense ministers get book deals for bombing foreign lands, Camara got a car bomb at his front door for protecting his own. This was a decapitation strike aimed at breaking the Malian-Russian alliance, but as we saw in the resolve of the troops, it only turned their determination into unbreakable steel. This fight matters to you, whether you are in Detroit or London, because an independent Sahel threatens the petrol dollar and the extractive system that keep Western economies afloat. When the Sahel stops being a playground for foreign extraction, the free ride for global financial power ends. This is why Captain Ibrahim Traoré and the Alliance of Sahel States have gone on maximum alert. They know that if Mali falls, the rest of the continent is next. We are witnessing the birth of a new axis of resistance, a unified front of leaders who would rather fight to the end than live as puppets. Thank you for watching the Global Observer. Keep an eye out for more.